Don't develop the habit of not speaking up in English, because it is a habit. Every time you're in a speaking environment, when you choose, because it is a choice, to not speak, you are amplifying and projecting that habit. It's the exact same as when you scroll your phone in the evening. And you know, sometimes when you just pick up your phone and you go to scroll and you didn't even like intend to do that. You were like, wow, like how am I on Xiaohongshu right now? You didn't even aim to do it, but it has become habit. It's become a default behavior that your mind has just put into place because of the actions that you've taken in the past. So speaking English is the exact same thing. If when you go into the workplace, you don't speak up, it's because you chose not to speak up in the beginning, and over time that has just accumulated and your brain has then set that as the default habit. As you know, we have so many bad habits that we've created automatically, and one of them, the most obvious one for all of us, is the amount of time that we typically spend on our phones. And we all wish that we could replace that with something more productive, but the reality is when we're tired, we go into a low frequency mode and low energy mode, and that means you're more likely to do things like scrolling your phone, overeating, not exercising, comparing your life to others, things like that. But when you are in a high frequency mode and you have a lot of energy, you feel like you have a lot of things that like you could do. You have some maybe cool hobbies related to sport, or you like travel, or you like painting, or whatever it is you like to do. These high frequency habits are always going to give you more energy, whereas when you're operating at a low frequency all the time, you're typically going to do stuff that is low frequency, and typically you form bad habits. So this is related to speaking English, because we all have typically formed bad habits. When it comes to speaking, we have made not speaking up our default habit. We have made not thinking we are good speakers our default habit. We have made feeling inferior to others in a professional setting our default habit. So how do we change that? What's the answer? Are our habits set indefinitely, or can we change course? Can we do something that starts to fight back against these negative habits that we have? Of course. So the way that you can do that is you have to start pivoting and changing. But it's not so easy as you just click your fingers and you say, okay, I'm just going to start speaking up in English. I'm just going to do it. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to have a strategy, you need to have a plan, you need to have steps that you follow to help you get there. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to